Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football. All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go! 90 Wolf!
Hey, let's go. Wild Bill!
Go!
51, Mike 51! Hey, D-Line, let's get in there, man.
Pilot, 64, weak!
1049! Showing it!
Get it!
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Keep it tight end. Keep it tight end. 4 down.
Manning now to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
I know he ain't got it.
Five.
Throwing now is Manning. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ward. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Break.
Let's go. Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
Yo, go, go. Hey, Alpha.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike.
Let's go.
Now a run with Mack. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ready. 70, Indy. Switch up. Five. Hurry,
Snap comes at 1. Manning. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run with Taylor. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. The give to Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Action set. Ready.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. They'll get this out wide to Taylor. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
19.
Mike. Here we go, here we go.
And go.
Here's Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Set. 19.
Mike, 58, right there. I got you. I got you.
To throw again on second down. Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Set. 19.
58, come on. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
55.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
From the gun on third, Watson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 46-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Here's Manning to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Hey, Delta.
41 to Mike, 41 to Mike. Check, 41.
On third and long, it's Manning. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Watch his flag. Watch his flag. Go.
Second and 5 now. Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Texans first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there.
If you don't get this board, you think you're going to
Going to give this time to the tailback. And some space here. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Manning got his man complete over the middle. That's Ward. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Hey. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Hey, Foxtrot.
And that'll set him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Bravo!
Manning going to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Here we go. Get it.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got you.
Now Manning. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They'll run on 1st down. Mack. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down.
Hey, Charlie!
Shotgun now for Manning. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Manning now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Good.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Now Manning. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Look at me. Zipper. Smoke. Check 13. Check 13. Watch safety grip.
They'll try and run. Here's Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, 31.
58, right over there, right over there.
Out of the gun, Watson. Got a man, Slayton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
58 to Mike, 58.
Watson on 1st down. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
56. 58.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
We're set. 19.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
On 3rd down, it's Taylor, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Watson able to get away, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Hey, 24. Hey, 24.
58, right over there, right over there.
Back to throw, Watson. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
This is it. 19.
58, come on. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Ready? 70, Indy. Back to run. Get it.
Manning going to try and throw on third down. And he's got his man, Hilton. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Manning now on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. That'll bring up second down.
Here we go, here we go. 60 outlaw.
I got you.
Hey, wahoo.
41's the mark. Check 41. Here we go.
Fine.
Throwing again. Manning. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Ward. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
A gain of 14. And the Colts first down.
Let's go. 15,
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on.
Hey, Sam on.
Spons.
Go.
On first down. It's Mack, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Come on, set. 50, plant.
Check right. Strong left. Hey. 4 down.
Hey, exit.
41's coming. 41's the mic. Your track.
There.
On 2nd and 11 now. Manning. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Set. 19.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Say.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
3rd and 9.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Alert.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike.
A shotgun snap for Watson, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down at the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
That's going to be a long day.
On first down, Watson. And that'll be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
He's not going to get me. 24. 58, boy. 58. 58, Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me and him.
Throwing again is Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A give, running right is Mack. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
You ready? Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. You gotta wait that. Hey, I'm coming.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Manning. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Let's go, son.
A 3rd down gain of 19.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Colts.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
That second down play nets a -4. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Throwing is Manning on third down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
On first down, Mack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Strip that ball.
Now Manning. He completes this one to Mack. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, a run by Mack. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson got an open man. It's QT. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
What's that? 19! Yeah, Mike, you ain't going nowhere. 59. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go.
Watson now to throw on third down. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm here all day.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You.
Watson now to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Watson on third down. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 21.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
What's that? 19! Mike, 58, right there. Come on, come on, come on.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Fairbairn on for the field goal.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 43.
They'll go again here with Mack.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Hey, Orbit. 41 to Mike. Check.
Here's Manning to throw. And the catch made by Hilton. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
50 seconds.
Don't say nothing.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And this one is right down the middle. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Mike 41, Mike 41. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Madden. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Focus, defense, focus.
And they will take a knee here.
Mike 58, right there. Ricky.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Texans, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.